Alright, I'm going to be drawing again today. Whilst the RL craft was fun, I figured I should at least try to draw a little bit. So, I noticed making my YouTube profile the other day that there was a banner option on my page. I did make my icon, so I figured in my ability to avoid doing what I should be doing, which is working on the comic. I guess my excuse is the wife doesn't have the web page set up fully yet, so she doesn't really need to upload my comics yet. I can legitimately stall on that. So I figured I would. Oh, I'm on eraser. I figured I would work on a banner so I can at least upload something art wise. Can't all just be the video games. I don't like where that's sitting. So you get to see some from the ground up scribbles that I do. I feel it's a little too tall. I guess I'll see when I load it in what it looks like. But we're gonna tinker around and figure out. It's gonna be copper over here. Yeah, that looks right. I want it to be a little more. Copper over here. Swinging a pickaxe. In like a comical pose. That whole lifted up ka-chunk thing. And that's already looking alright. I like that. And I guess I'm gonna sort of say it now. Yeah, look at that foot. Copper, that tail is garbage. Copper is, whilst not based on the wife in any way, really, I mean, maybe a little, it's loosely based on her. As in, she kind of, in addition to her crocheting and stuff, she writes. I write too, but production is neither of our strong points. She's a lot better at it than me. So she she likes dragons, and a lot of her stories are based around what they'd be called dragonkin, dragon people, and dragons are too cool. I'm not saying that she's not cool, but I've always liked the less appreciated or loved beings of I don't know, any mythos. So I was like, hey, babe, how would you feel about me making a kobold based on you? And I mean, yeah, like that. The the comics that I eventually get around to aren't gonna necessarily be based on her life, and even Copper herself isn't really going to be a direct rip of anything that she's gone through. I suppose it's more of just in spirit. I wanted to make a character for her. And yeah, I'm not gonna bother opening up the other image, but for her and roughly based on her and just that. So yeah, Copper is her. So unfortunately, when you watch me playing Minecraft or RL Craft or any other game in which I incorporate the kobold into, it's gonna get kind of meta because it's me being the kobold that's based on her. But hey, deal with it. But this video is going to be me trying to make a banner from the ground up with very little preparation. I only just kind of had the idea yesterday, and me and her playing together is only going to happen on the weekends. And I know I'm supposed to be working on that comic I said I was going to do, but lazy. Well, I'm not lazy. I'm just not used to consistency and will, given the chance, avoid any sort of responsibility. So, hey, at least if I'm doing this, I'm doing something. And as much as I know YouTube loves the people that play the video games, and I could just play the video games, I feel like I should be doing. Yeah, this whole hand situation needs to be fixed. But you can kind of see what's. Oh, that's a really long wrist. We'll figure that out. This is just the template layer, the chicken scratch. I always do like a blueprint. My very bottom layer is always just the, hey, this is the idea we're going for. So that's why I use the blue. That's why it always looks okay. Not that my finished work doesn't look incredibly sketchy too, but no. If I put like a block, that's gross. If I do it like that, there we go, then I can go that. Look at that artistic renderings. No, that block looks too high. I can And I lose topic really easily a lot of the time, don't I? She's supposed to look like she's doing that up off the ground, swinging the pick so hard. So I suppose if I put the block down here. Okay, like that. And then do the pachinga. Yeah, I guess like that. Because remember, like I said before, I'm so much better at like still life or portrait. I'm still really trying to get the hang of action or motion. So all of this is really new. Yeah, you can see what's happening here. That's perfectly understandable. Draw the other arm in the back like that. And she's like jumping. Look at those in-depth motion lines. And then like over here, it's going to be like I don't know if I should have the banner be the same thing, Copper's Quest. Over here it might be like Copper does the things until I come up with a good pun or wordplay for Copper. Because I didn't want to do something incredibly bad like Fistfuls of Copper or Saving Copper. Because the comic's not going to be about my character saving Copper. Copper doesn't need saving. So I couldn't go with Saving Copper. And Fistfuls of Copper just sounds like groping, and that's not good. She's not naked. I'll put her pants on. I don't think the pants have pockets. There you go. It's the seam. So yeah, that's why I went with quests for Copper. Well, actually, it's Copper's quests, but quests for Copper works good too, because hey, it's like you're doing quests for Copper, but instead of you earning money, it's Copper doing the quest, because it's quests for her. Yay, wordplay. She always looks so angry when I draw her. You gotta get the little snaggle tooth in there. I'll in no way get this finished during this recording because I'm horrible at art. There's a whole lot of empty space going on here right now. I'll do I don't remember what Minecraft diamonds look like, but if I color them blue, you'll know what's going on. God, I'm bad at this. How do I know it's not emeralds? It's because what kind of loser mines emeralds? What kind of... No, it's not Chad. What's the other word? But who wastes their time with villagers? You're gonna be like, yeah, but in that other video, you said your wife spends a lot of the times messing with the villagers. Yeah, and she's a loser. Come on now. Step up your Minecraft game and go on adventures. Of course, I suck at the adventures too. I'll have to find some other game that I can actually record and play better. Something that I actually enjoy. Not that I don't enjoy Minecraft, it's just I'm not. Okay, if I'm gonna try to record myself playing games that I'm good at, there goes all the possible content because I'm not really that good at anything. I suppose if I could, I should get you all to donate enough to me through, I don't know, the Patreon I don't have yet, or any of those other formats for me to be able to purchase that was the I know they have it from a couple different regions, but that like Euro Truck Simulator, or because like I hinted at in the other video the other day, I am a truck driver, and I've seen a few people playing it, and it looks pretty accurate. So I mean, I guess the people that are not truck drivers would find that to be an amusing game. But as a truck driver, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to play that game. That's literally what I do for my job. Why would I want to play that as a game? And I guess if I did play it, it would be like cheating because I'm already good at that game. It's called my job. And not like playing video games for YouTube. I'm literally a truck driver. So it would be cheating for me to play that. So I guess if I wanted to play a game that I'd be good at, it would have to be my job. It's like, if the VR games and stuff are getting ridiculous nowadays. So I suppose if there was like shelf stocking simulator, which I've also done before too, or meter maid simulator, or the people that come around and like read the electrical the meter that's on the outside of your house that like tells them how much power you've been using. So it's like, yeah, they make these games, and they somehow manage to turn, I guess, somewhat exciting careers, because people are like, oh, truck driver, that's gotta be interesting. It's just my job. Sure, it's a little more involved than. That thigh looks really big. I don't care, it's just a banner. The truck driver simulator. Like, I guess if I know I've seen like law enforcement simulators, or some of those silly VR games. They've got like accountant and stuff like that. What's that one? It's like Phoenix or something, where like you're a lawyer, and apparently those are pretty popular. But I mean, like, you're literally, the game is you're a lawyer, and I know it's probably souped up because it's like anime, so it's a little more extreme than normal lawyering. So I guess, yeah, I could understand where a game where you have to be a truck driver, but you're not a truck driver. I don't think I'd want to do a VR game that's like landscaping simulator. Can you operate this shovel and this rake? And well, I guess eventually you'll get to use like the heavy equipment like the backhoe and stuff. But you got to unlock levels to do that. And it looks like with the truck driver thing, they're kind of just like, oh, hey, here you go. Make your truck and jump right in. You're a truck driver now. So if I were to ever have that game, it probably wouldn't be very interesting because I could do it good. Oh, I actually like that. Was it a parcel delivery person simulator? Isn't that just like a walking simulator? Yeah, but you also have to periodically check your satchel to make sure you're on the right street, and there might be a sporadic doggo that's going to... Alright, I want the hand to... Okay, it needs to angle up. No, it needs to angle down. Thumb comes over, curls around, and then the fingers are going to go like that. Okay, that looks right. That's the thumb coming up and around on that side, and you can't see those fingers. I'll give her the grunty eyes. She's like, oh. That snoot looks really big too, but hey, not my problem. Well, I actually like that. In this whole little situation here, you can't see it in the other images, but I've seen some renderings of kobolds where they don't have feathers like reptiles, but they have gems that operate like their feathers or their hair. So me and the wife were talking about the I wanted to try to give Copper a hairdo, a gem do, gems that sort of resembled, because like I said, this is all just barely roughly based on if she had been a kobold and not a dragon. Oh, I like that. It is like she's like swinging it real hard. Alright, that's actually working out. And it's so gonna be Copper does the things. Between the mix of me sporadically drawing and suffering through video games. It's like you don't put a whole lot of detail into things. No, I do if it's like a character reference or like something I can justify taking all the days to do. Hey, I'm new to this whole content thing. Cut me some slack. I used to also be an analog artist, like I said, so I'm still garbage at digital. Those are emeralds. I'm still garbage at digital. But I'm getting it. I'm figuring it out. There's the block, there's the get the ka-chunk things in here. Yeah, that works. I guess if we did these more of like a more of the motion thing. I also don't want it to look too much like Stinkwave. I keep making that too thin. I also don't want it to look too much like Stinkwaves, which I guess would be going up. And I don't want it to look like she's like farting. You can tell what's going on there. She's up in the air and swinging the pickaxe real hard. Yeah, that works. We're not going for exactness here, people. We're looking for context and the ability to convey things. Because I have no artistic skill and need to rely on context. See if I can... Don't I have... Okay, I do have gray. I want... No, wait. It was green, wasn't it? I'll make it like that. Because her stomach scales were green. Like that. On the little tail. That works. Kinda sucks that the way I colored her in the original was more. I'm gonna slap another layer in there. It was weird. I had done it in like a multi-layer, layer. And then at the end I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna color dropper, whatever the eyedropper thing is called. And it only really just picked up on that one. So I mean, she's supposed to be more of like a glistening copper color, hence the name copper. But now I have to like do the same layer of a layer, do this brown one, and then grab a yellow and layer that in there and blend it, and then do it again with an orangey one. And you don't want it to be too much like gold because she's not gold, and you don't want it like, I suppose, brass might work. But me and the wife had discussed she really liked raw copper, because I mean, copper, once it's forged and made, is sort of like a shinier brass or bronze like color, but raw copper is like a redishy brownishy green sort of thing. So that's what I tried to go for. It's just you can't actually get that in one ideal color palette. So it's like every time I draw her, her color's gonna, oh, she's got reflective scales. That's why she always looks different in every, how come she looks different in every panel or every comic? Oh, it's because the light's reflecting her scales are reflecting the light differently. Are you sure it's not just because you can't be bothered to actually go back and look at your previous renditions and match that, or like put it in a folder somewhere that you can usually access it? No, that's not it at all. Why would it be that? So then there's like the base bronzy color. So now if I come back in with some yellowy stuff, and just kind of, that one little spot on that horn's gonna bother me. There, all gone. There. Come back in with some yellow and kind of smudge this over the top. And this is why I always have so many layers, because the marker, I've noticed, blends with other marker, but like the airbrush doesn't blend with other airbrush, and I'm still just really feeling it out as I go. So for a while, and that was the one trick I picked up here recently, was I used to always try to color inside my lines, and that was brutal. And then I realized, wait a second, why don't I just like color and go back in later and erase those few little scribbles that go over? And it actually works. So yeah, I'm not intentionally, well, okay, I am intentionally coloring outside the lines, but that's only because it's easier to erase your mistakes outside the lines than it is to color inside them. And that's not quite, alright, let me do a file, recent, not blab, test, and, oh, is it doing that again? Oh, it's because I moved the folders around. Ah. Why you do that? No, it's still there. Behold my glorious desktop again. No, I didn't say that. Also, my mouse is dying, so it randomly decides to double click. Alright, I'm not going to be able to figure that out right now. So I'm just going to throw some orange in here. Orangey. And why do these all look so brown? I want like a nice, bright, happy orange. It's still awfully yellow. It's like literally the same color I was just on. Oh well. I'm not getting this finished today anyway, so can at least do that. And then I do think I actually, there we go. Look at that artisticness. Look at that artism. One moment. So yeah. Oh no, I dripped condensation on my tablet. Man, are you artistic? Oh yes, I have severe artism. That's not supposed to be offensive. I honestly do think I might have spectrum disorder. But, so yeah. I have a feeling this channel is just going to devolve into let's plays of things. Because it's easier for me to play something badly than it is for me to draw badly. If it was like still lifes or commissions, that would be one thing. And the constraints of being able to draw in a limited length of time. Like I said, my old analog art, I used to be able to get that stuff out like nobody's business. Okay, maybe not nobody's business. There we go. But after 15 years of doing that, that's kind of what you know how to do. I'm the confused old man about this whole digital thing. You know what? It's going to be Copper Does the Things. Yeah. I don't want to get too risque and have it be like Copper Does YouTube. Oh, I'm still on marker. But yeah, so... Oh, that's gross. I'll have to fix that. So yeah, still just really trying to feel out what it is I'm actually going to be doing with this channel. Figure out some sort of schedule or when the things will be done. Figure out what it is I actually want to accomplish, which is, I guess, just another way of saying the first two things I just said. I'd like it to have art. Oh yeah, let's make that look like a hoe. I'd like to have it have a bit more art, but that would require me being good at art and consistent. It's been so long since I've actually completed, like, even that the character reference sheet of Copper I dropped the other day. To my likings, that wasn't actually finished. Yeah, okay, good enough. And I don't remember if this contraction of does has the schmiggy in there. So I'm just going to ignore it for now, because it's not like this is going to be the finished product. But, I already forgot what I was rambling about. You'll also notice that I tend to ramble a lot. Again, this concept of consistency and having a purpose It's very alien to me. Oh, I could so make it this into like a pickaxe or something. I guess I'll have to finish that later. Ew, that's gross. Just really wanted to try to upload again today. The consistency thing is what's getting me. Oh god, this is devolving very fast. Oh, that's gross. That H just looks horrible. But I guess it's really, I'll figure out what I'm doing more as I go. I literally only have 5 videos. None of them are great. I guess maybe me playing RL Craft is a little funner because stuff gets to happen, and watching me painfully scribble stuff out. Watching me painfully scribble stuff out probably isn't as fun. But hey, there you go. The beginning of what my banner is gonna be. Copper does the things while she mines away at a diamond block, which with what I assume is probably a stone pickaxe. Yeah, I know any real kobold would know exactly what tool they would need. And my wife knows enough about Minecraft and stuff to not ever do that. But hey, this isn't my wife, this is Copper. But love y'all. See you tomorrow or the day after, or I'll slowly figure out what the heck's going on. But keep the shiny side up, and peace, love, and chicken grease. And remember to be nice to your small draconian friends.